Patriot Secret Service, Sam here, just taking a little deeper dive into Brianna's testimony. Now, Brianna was a former friend of Cassie's, and she was the person who was dangled over the balcony, right? It's just, it's interesting. Brianna Bongladon was her name. She said, I was held over a 17th floor balcony. I'm looking at my notes from inside the courtroom. If you guys don't know, I have been inside the courtroom since jury selection. And it's funny because I always tell people get their emotions involved in this, like Sam, da-da-da-da-da. But if you're inside the courtroom, I can't explain it, but you're able to, well, I can't explain it. You're able to see everybody's faces, the jury, the witnesses, the sounds of their voices, the way the judge reacts, the lawyer's reactions. I even know Diddy's lawyer, Xavier McDonaldson, he'll point his hand. So you're saying that this happened, okay? But then you're saying, to make a point, he'll switch sides. I mean, there's just such dramatics. Mark Agnifilo, I think that's how you say his name, he goes, so you were there on the night of July 13th, correct? And Diddy, and you got those, and you gave the da-da-da-da to right, correct? Correct? And he just hits him with a lot of corrects. Anyway, I digressulate. T-shirts coming soon. My notes were saying she was lifted up underneath her armpits. He held her up over the rail. Her feet were over the rail. Now, here's something people have been saying. Diddler is not tall enough to just hold somebody like that tall, that you would have to almost be Shaq tall to do this. So I don't know. Her feet were over the rail. He was yelling at her, so she was trying to answer him. You know what the F you did. You know what the F you did. You know what the F you... He did it 3 times is what she testified to, because they said, how long did he hold you over the balcony? And she says, 3 times him saying, I don't know, I know what, you know what the F you did. And she said, I have no idea what he meant. I don't know what the F I did is what she was yelling, dangling over a balcony. Can you imagine? She was held over the balcony, yes. He then threw her from over the balcony onto balcony furniture, right? And it definitely hurt, she said, but I got up. Cassie came out of her bedroom. Cassie was in disbelief, she said. And Brianna's girlfriend was in the house, right? Because beforehand, when Puff came back angry to Cassie's apartment, she told her girlfriend to hide during this whole ordeal. And here's the hard time where, Diddy's team went after her, is they said, did Cassie see it? We don't know if Cassie technically saw it. There are text messages where Cassie alludes to the fact that she saw it, but then also alludes to the fact that she might have been told about it. Her girlfriend, Brianna's girlfriend, who was hiding in the room, did not see it. She reported that she had severe back pain, a very big leg bruise, which I did see the picture. It looked like a basketball. It was about that big old bruise. It was deep and red like a basketball. It was the size of a softball I had written down. Here's, I got my notes right here, Patriots. The chiropractor said, who did this to you? She went to see a chiropractor. She said, I was freaked out and I just paid and left and I did not tell. Because we all know in Diddly land, snitches get stitches, Patriots. She said, I was scared. My ex-girlfriend took the pictures of her back. She had severe bruising. She mumbles through her testimony, I remember. She was just very quiet. It's very hard to hear in the courtroom, believe it or not, because they don't always talk into the microphones. She talked to him about it. I don't want any problems. He put his hands over his head. No police report. I was scared. This is her talking to Diddy about it. And this is what's weird. January 7th, 2019, she tattooed that on her neck because that was the day she left. It was a New Year's Eve party, penthouse suite. Ironically, where this court case is, the penthouse of Daniel Moynihan court building. New Year's Eve party, Miami hotel, me, Cassie, and Puff. she did 8 hours of ketamine. Now, mind you, on the cross-examination, they're saying he hung you over a balcony a week earlier and you're doing an 8-hour special K party? It just doesn't sound safe. She said she has nightmares of the balcony incident, Puff talking to Garagos during this as she's saying it, which again, Judge Subramanian had reprimanded him because during some of the testimonies, Puff's like, yo, what is it, Anyhow, I digress late. She's paranoid now, has nightmares. She hired a lawyer for the civil lawsuit against Diddy, and yes, and so her lawyer, the problem with her testimony became in cross-examination, she testified, or she said that Diddy had grabbed her mini mountains so hard that he left bruising. Now, that was not true, but her lawyer, Tyrone, who she originally had for the civil lawsuit, had put that in there, and it was a lie, and she testified and said that in court. I heard her say that was not true. And so Miss Westmoreland, bulldog of a lawyer, she's one of the best, she said, well then, okay, Tyrone was your first lawyer, then your second lawyer still put that in the civil lawsuit. Why is it in if it wasn't true? Did it happen? She said no. No further questions is what they said, Diddy's team, and that left a real sting, I gotta be honest. So this is just interesting, just recapping some of my personal experience inside the courtroom. I will be going live almost every day on my YouTube, so please check that out. Love you guys. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of TikTok.